What a crowd. What a crowd. You all seem in good spirits today, ready to go for what we call day 2 of the Governor's Cup here at Balboa Yacht Club. Welcome to everybody watching around the world and everyone who is here. Balboa Yacht Club in this fantastic facility here in Corona del Mar in Newport Beach, California. The Gov Cup is the 27th, which started Monday and it runs through this Saturday with the finals and the prize giving. And Andy will do a press conference with the finalists on Saturday, August 1st. This is the 59th edition of the most prestigious and oldest annual International Youth Match Racing Championship in the world. We're delighted to have you all here. We will do a competitors briefing, and after the competitors briefing, which will be led by our esteemed regatta chair and the rear commodore of Balboa Yacht Club this year. Wears a lot of hats. She is a busy, busy girl. Christine Gribben. Madam Chair, welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. How did everybody like sailing yesterday? Good? All right. This morning, we're just going to run through a couple of comments from Don Becker and the umpires. Becky's going to come up. We're going to do a boat draw. Let's do that first. Then you can go back to... Okay, we're going to go alphabetical today. Andre.
He had that boat yesterday, so he gets a second draw. We have a nice picture of you, Andre, that Tom Walker took.
Ethan. Number 4, James. Eight, Peter. Number 3, Josh. $11, Victor. Number 5, Daniel.
Turn around the camera like Josh did.
Number 7, Sienna.
Yeah, show the camera, Sienna. You know how to do this. So we get a nice shot of you. Your mother will be happy.
Number 9, Morgan. Number 2, Christian. Number 6, Sam. Number 10, and Theo. Number 12. All right. Thank you, Becky. One other thing, housekeeping items. You did a fairly good job of cleaning out your lunch boxes. If you want your ice packs frozen again, make sure you put the frozen ice pack in the bucket so it's frozen. One team has a hot ice pack this morning. And after that, we'll have Don Becker come up.
Good morning, everyone. Great job yesterday. We had really consistent conditions, and I think this is only the second time I've ever run 8 flights in a day. So that was good. Today, the weather forecast is pretty much the same, only a little bit more velocity. In the morning, it'll be coming out of the south like it did yesterday and probably be going right as the day goes on. Be careful on the watch for course changes at the gate. We have a boat signaling at the gate for the course changes. I understand somebody had a problem with that yesterday. Couple of things on the tow out. Please don't sail that way down the channel because we have to go down and turn around. And if you're going that way, we have to go past you far enough to turn around to drag the lines back. So if you hang out right in front of the club here, that's going to be faster for us and you. And the second thing is when you take your painter from the boat, go through the loop and come back to the boat, but leave it long. Don't tie the bow of the boat up close to the loop because that limits your maneuverability. And you'll be fending off the line on the way out. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Patrick, Chief Umpire.
You get 3 claps from me.
That's okay. I can tell you're not happy with us already. Good morning and welcome. I only have 2 main things for you that we noticed yesterday. First of all, when you're protesting, make sure you're grabbing the handle of the flag, not the flag itself. We need to actually see a clear display of Yankee to be able to respond to it. If we're wondering, then we're probably not going to rule on it. The other thing is race committee is in sequence for at least 32 minutes at a time. When you come down and finish your match, if you're early in the start sequence, there's still a match in pre-start. So do for your competitors what you hope they will do for you by staying outside of the pre-start area. There were a number of times where there were boats just hanging out and a match was in pre-start. It not only affects the boats sailing, but it affects us as umpires. If we have to keep track of other boats in the pre-start as well, that affects us being able to be in the right position to make good calls for the match in the pre-start as well. So that's all I got. We'll see you out on the water for another good day of racing.
Thank you, Patrick. Bosun, Greg Newman.
Good morning, everybody. Like Don said, that was fun. That was great. We had a nice breeze all day. That was probably one of the best first days I've ever seen as far as the competition, how close everybody was. So congratulations to all of you guys and gals doing a great job. We have 12 boats. 1/3 of the fleet has a kite coming back from the sail-off this morning. So I would just caution you, it's, as we talked about on the practice day, it's technique, not strength, that gets the kites up and down. So we've got some repairs. So there's 4 spinnakers that were being repaired. So just, practice that a little bit. If you're pulling very, very hard on that and it's blowing 4 knots of breeze, something's going on. It's not your lack of strength. So just keep in mind, minor rubbing on the boats with very close maneuvering. We had no major damage, which I'm very happy about. Andy Rose is even more happy about. And continue on with that racing. Look forward to seeing you all tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, Greg. That's it for housekeeping. Would you like Andy to come up now?
Yeah, but I'm going to show some slides.
All right.
And then I'll have great pleasure in introducing Andy and bringing him up here at exactly the right moment. Christine
Perfect.
Gribben, our regatta chair. And Andy is going to bring up a couple of sailors. This is, if you're just joining us, this is day 2 of what we call the pre-race morning show. We'll do this every day this week through Saturday at 0900, competitors briefing, followed by an interview that Andy Rose will conduct. A couple other slides just by way of introduction to what happened yesterday on day 1. First of all, this is the press release. There we go. Press release from last night, and Andy, I'll note that we got this press release out last night at 7 p.m. This club is very efficient, and we appreciate all the efforts that people go to get the press releases out promptly after the completion of racing. Josh Hyde from New Zealand leads the 59th Governor's Cup on the first day with a dominant 8-0 record. Wild applause. Thank you. Josh, you like that? I'm your personal flack today. James Hayhoe and Sam Scott, whom Andy will interview in a moment, are tied for second at 6-2 in the first round-robin stage, first of two. Newport Beach is the Dateline 2025 semifinalist Josh Hyde of the RNZ, Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, had a perfect day at the 59th Governor's Cup International Youth Match Racing Championship, now leading the field of two round robins in the event, in which each team will race every other team twice. Hyde won some key matches against other highly regarded sailors, including 2026, this year's Youth Match Racing World Champion Morgan Pinckney, up here from the States across the harbor at Newport Harbor Yacht Club, and Sam Scott, another Kiwi from the RNZ, who is tied for second with James Hayhoe. The photos that went out with the press release yesterday, anybody tell me who that is? Shout it out if you know. Who? Josh Hyde. You knew yourself, right? Josh Hyde's leading on 8-0. Tom Walker does these beautiful photos, and we got a great Facebook post by Tom with all the photos, all the good photos, great photos he took yesterday. Who's this? Everybody's looking intensively. You tell who that is? Morgan in the back. You can tell by his hair. That's Andre. Right, Andre? We had to do a big ID last night. Great close racing, some more good shots from T-Dub and Tom Walker. And this is pretty obvious who this is. We'll have James up here in a minute, James Hayhoe, and the local yokel from Balboa Yacht Club, Sienna Nichols. Okay, that's the first half of the morning show. We'll get out of here in another 12, 15 minutes because we now bring up Andy Rose. But while he's coming up, I have a video from an esteemed alum, Gov Cup alum. We'll have a video like this most mornings, and we have one today from, well, UC.
Good morning, Tom and Andy, and to the rest of Gov Cup. Justin Callahan here from the streets of Fujisawa, Japan, right next to Enoshima, where we're going to be racing in the 470 World Championship in about a week's time. But I just wanted to say good morning to all the competitors and to the rest of the people that put on such a special event. I loved my time at the Gov Cup. It was truly the best event, hands down, of the year for me, and I'm so grateful for my time there. I know Will Bolden definitely agrees with that statement as well, all the way from Perth. But yeah, to Christine and Pat and Greg and Tom and Andy and so many other people and Becky that put so much hard work into such a special event. It's truly the best event of the year. And good luck to all the competitors. I'll be following the results and have a lot of fun, make a lot of friends because your time's limited at Gov Cup and you got to maximize it. So good luck to all the competitors.
Tell us, Andy, about Justin Callahan briefly.
Justin sailed in 3 Governor's Cups. He got fourth, then third, then second, and then aged out. So he never won, but he gave Cole Tapper a pretty impressive run last year in the finals. He's campaigning in the 470s and is the likely U.S. representative in the Olympics in 2028 if things keep going well for him. Just a tremendous guy, and it was great fun to get to know him and have him here at BYC.
And we have another alum. I got a photo from him. He looks like he's gone from sailing to fishing. Anybody have an idea of who that is besides A-Train? Do you know?
I happen to know, but I'll let somebody else.
Anybody else besides A-Train and Andy know who that is?
This is ancient history for these guys, Tom. Timothée Paulet of France, who was a great competitor and great fun to be around. He is embarked mainly now in the solo ocean races. He is French, and they do that.
Well.
Yeah, well. But at any rate, I did send him in putting the program together, I found a picture of him sailing in the Governor's Cup, and I sent it to him, and he texted back right away. He was very appreciative, and he says, I really really enjoyed my time at GovCup. I have one other communication from Cole Tapper himself, who texted me and wishes all of you the best of luck, especially the Aussies. And he said he's looking forward to watching Friday and Saturday.
Okay, well, that's. We hope you will all do that in future if you're so inclined. Send us a video or a photo when you are aged out, like Damien Balderoo is here in the. You see what Damien brought me this morning? He forgets I lived in Australia.
Well, if he's aged out, you better give him that. He'll need it for a Vegemite, mate. God, it's the worst
Hold
stuff
on,
you've
I
ever
didn't-
tasted.
I didn't show that on camera. Oh, I did get it on camera, didn't I? There we go.
For God's sake, don't publicize that.
Is it who prefers Vegemite over peanut butter? Who prefers peanut butter over Vegemite?
Well, I have a question that I really could give a rip about the answer. What's the difference between Vegemite and Marmite?
Damien? Bobby Sky?
Beef. The Marmite is beef extract, and Vegemite is what? Anything that's left in the kitchen of the garbage disposal?
Okay, let's get to the results now that we've had some fun here in the middle of the show.
That's one of the few Aussie things that I didn't adopt.
Andrew, I've got the results up. And by the way, anybody watching around the world wants to know what's going on almost contemporaneous with the racing. What is it called? Match
Racing results. One of the best things that ever happened to match racing.
.com.
.com.
And they'll be covering it through the rounds robin.
And you don't have to refresh. It'll refresh for you. It's just a superb system, and we thank the founder of that a lot.
Josh Hyde, as we mentioned, is on top, 8-0. You see the yellow line there at 100%, and then down through the rest of it. It's actually fairly tight in the middle, and I see we have some breeze here already at 0917. But Andy, you've got the 2 second-place teams coming up, James Hayho and Sam Scott, who are on 6 and 2 coming into today's racing.
Should we get them up here? Sam and James, one of the Jameses. Well, gentlemen, so far so good. It's a little embarrassing for some of the fleets that the 2 rookies are tied for second. But you guys obviously had a good day yesterday. We were talking before while we were all getting made up. Still can't believe that. Anyway, it's a professional production, right? We were talking earlier, and you guys gave me the whole thing. I don't need to say much. First of all, you guys talk about you've sailed against each other quite a bit, and you had some interesting things to say about those competitions.
Yeah, so as many of us know, we come head-to-head a lot on the Australia and New Zealand circuit for the past year or two, and it's always a fierce pre-start against the mighty Hayho. You never know what flags you're going to get, and you never know what weird manoeuvres we're going to pull at each other. So it always ends up with either a red or black flag off the start, usually.
Usually on me, unfortunately.
Yeah. And if not, James goes on to win the regatta. So we could see that this week. So yeah, it's always good fun to go up against him, and pushes my team to our best, which is good fun.
James, your rebuttal?
I don't have much rebuttal. If anyone saw our start yesterday, it ended up with me getting 3 penalties in a row off the line. So I think that pretty much sums it up.
That actually is difficult to do. That we ought to have a separate trophy for that. But like, what kind of things are you stupidly doing?
Just driving too close. We held him out of the committee boat after driving too close, and then he managed to miss the start line. We got a great start. We were bang on time, but unfortunately, we ended up about a minute behind him. So that was not great.
Well, you guys get to face each other again in the second round robin. We have 14 races to go, 3 in this round robin, and then 11 in the next one. And Don, I misspoke in the press release. I put that 8 races in one day was a record. I guess it's a tie for a record, but it's still amazing job by the race committee. With a little more breeze, well, you guys were obviously comfortable in the, pretty light 6-knot stuff. Yeah?
Yeah, we're a little light, so we're enjoying the light conditions.
Yeah, it's a bit different for us. As you know, in Auckland, it can be quite windy a lot of the time, and we probably don't even go out in 6 knots. So it's a bit of a change, but all of us come from the dinghies where you do sail in those lighter conditions. So it felt like almost Groundhog Day again, sailing the light boats in the light breeze, but yeah.
Great. Well, that's, the boats were designed to be able to sail very competitively in that, and obviously they were, and you guys obviously picked it up. You couldn't be on 6 winds without going pretty fast. In match racing, going fast can really be helpful. Nevin Snow from San Diego, who's won 2 of these back in the day, Nevin admitted, he says, "I'm not the best match race starter." He said, "But I'm fast," and there's nothing worse than that. And the My America's Cup campaign experience, Gary Jobson was my opposite tactician, and after about 20 years, he finally admitted that we had a bit of an edge at the starts, but they would just pass us, and it was awful. Anyway,
Hang on, Andy. Not everybody knows that you were the tactician in the 77 Cup on the Australian boat.
Yes.
The Australian boat, Australia won. They lost to Ted Turner, Gary Jobson, and who knows the name of the boat? 77. None of you was born. Damien, you were born then. Courageous. Andy was the first American who, in the modern era, went to sail for another team, a non-American team. And, they did very well. Scoreline wasn't so great, but they were very competitive. So when I joined New York Yacht Club, and a few years after that, I was commissioned to write a rule to make it illegal for Americans to go sail with foreign or non-American teams, and I still call it the Rose Rule.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. That's my great friend, Tom Eamon. My only comment on that was I was wondering why they had to do that. We lost all 4 races, but, what the heck. What do you guys, what would you do? How could you improve, each of you, on your performance yesterday?
Well, we actually had a pretty rough first 3 races. We just scraped over the line against Morgan and then lost the next 2. And we had a pretty hard chat after that about what we could do differently, and each of us in the team went through and thought how we could improve. And we felt better after that, so it's our goal just to continue working on our boat speed mainly today and seeing how well we can go.
Sam?
Yeah, for us, just fixing a lot of our mistakes. We're still making lots of small mistakes around the course and giving other teams lots of opportunities. So trying to eliminate those and clean up our boat handling, clean up our pre-starts. I got to thank my team yesterday because they put the boat in some awesome places around the course yesterday, and we had awesome speed. So let me off on some of my bad pre-starts, let's say.
There you go. So you're sailing 4 up with 4, total of 4.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, and where are you on the weight limit? Are you close to it with 4?
We're about 4 kilos under, so 9 pounds.
Thank you for doing that. I would have taken the rest of the press thing to figure out what 4 kilos was. So yeah, you're real close. Well, with a little more breeze today, that should just get better. And it sure looks like it. When the sun comes out early here, that's a good sign. We had pretty strong westerlies for May and June, which is unusual. But this feels a little more like a normal day, starting to the southerly and slowly shifting to the southwest. So good luck, guys. Keep it up. We'll be out there today watching, and we'll do a really spectacular press release tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
That's James Hayhoe from the Royal Sydney, right? Did I get the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron? One of the famously good clubs in Sydney, and of course Sam Scott from New Zealand, one of 3 teams here, Andrew, from the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, the current defender trustee of the America's Cup.
Yeah, I don't know that we've had 3 Royal NZ teams before, but as I mentioned, we do a pretty elaborate spreadsheet and analyze all the Australian and New Zealand regattas in quite a bit of detail. And they were clearly among the best qualified and were invited, which doesn't surprise me because the Royal New Zealand program down there has been just an amazing thing over, decades.
Okay, that's about it for us. I want to advise our worldwide audience of the television schedule. Whoops, I got too many slides there. First, this slide. We are live today on Wednesday at 0900, as we will be every day through Saturday morning. And then we have live racing coverage starting at 11:30 Pacific on Friday and Saturday. And sometimes, Andy, we're out there 5, 6, 7 hours with that coverage. And Chris Bretschker is here from this club as our executive producer. Then we'll come back in both Friday evening and Saturday evening with a press conference at 7 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Pacific, respectively. Thanks to everybody who joined us today. That's the end of the show, and we'll see you, hopefully, we'll see you all tomorrow morning at 0900.